What if no contact did not work on your ex? Check this out. This also works for situationships as well. And this chart is going to be my main point of reference in this video. So this question is one of the most popular questions I get through my text coaching service, which if you need that, go to the Stan Store link in my profile. You will see the option there. If you want a phone call, that's available as well too. So look, the question I get comes from this state of mind right here. This is called force. And this chart is called Themes of Consciousness by David Hawkins, Power versus Force, that book. And this particular chart, you guys will get for free if you do coaching with me. So I'll be able to give it to you. So look, I know it's backwards and all that, so you guys just have to understand the colors, okay? So this question, this line of questioning, what if no contact doesn't work, comes from fear and desire, because you want your ex back so badly, right? So the only way you're going to get your ex to pay attention to you and want you back again is to get to this 4D section here. I know it's because of my monitor, but that's what this part here is. Okay, so you have to get up to the state of neutrality. You have to go from fear and desire up to neutrality. And the best way I can mentally make you guys understand what this looks like is by thinking, what did I act like before I knew my ex? Was I thirsty for them? No. Was I pining for them? No. So because you guys went through this journey and you guys broke up, now you're acting fearful and you're always going to have a bad pocket of energy. You're going to be in the wrong energy and it's not attractive. It does not mean that no contact isn't going to work. Your mindset is it needs to work by this time, which is not true. It works when it works. Getting an ex back is literally simply comes down to when the negative emotions and thoughts tend to dissipate and go away, and they're left with nostalgia, okay? And they're left with the missing you part. They start coming down and you start going up, because as time goes by, you're going to rise up to this courage and neutral state and acceptance state, okay? That is always why. And this, guys, I've been doing this for 10 years. Look, when your ex comes back, there's always this window. It's like 3 to 6 months. Why does it happen? Because naturally you go from fear and desire up, and you don't necessarily even like feel these other emotions. You just go sometimes straight up. We actually tend to oscillate through these as human beings, but the people that have the highest vibrations usually are oscillating between the higher ones, right? Sometimes they'll go through something that makes them feel negative, of course, but that's usually the way it works. So getting your ex back is really just like, if you feel like, oh my God, no contact, what if it doesn't work? You have to understand the mindset that you're asking that question from. Is it coming from a fearful and place of desire? So this associated little word right here, and it's really hard to see, it's called craving and anxiety with fear and desire. Fear is the anxiety part, desire is the craving part, okay? You want the outcome almost too badly, okay? Instead of just doing the right things, setting up the right rules, okay? Understanding them fundamentals. When you guys do coaching with me, I give you and tell you all of the fundamentals. You wouldn't believe how many people don't understand what the fundamentals of a relationship even are. So look, when you successfully remove yourself from the entire situation, you take a step back and you understand this whole thing, you will, if your ex came back today, nothing would really be different for most of you. Most of you are going to be the same person you were, which means the relationship will just go right back to where it was with a breakup again. So understanding this chart and understanding the fundamentals is how you're actually going to keep your ex when they do come back around. So understand that sometimes the best thing for you is this. It's this pain. You know how many people actually said this to me? I'm so glad I went through this because now I understand why I've been dealing with this for 20 years or 10 years or 5 years. Why my relationships always fall apart. This especially happens with older clients. Guys, you have to understand this stuff, okay? If it doesn't work, you have to still give it time. But I want you to understand this framework and this mentality, because when you do, your relationships will start working, because you're not going to be in a state of fear and desire. You're going to understand the fundamentals. So if you're a woman, I want you to understand, and you're straight, I want you to understand how this shit works with men. What do men want, right? And then vice versa. Fellas, what do ladies want? You have to learn the fundamentals, okay? So that's called intersexual dynamics. When you learn the intersexual dynamics and you learn what works, You can make any relationship work as long as you're pulling your weight and putting in and making them feel good. That's the idea of a relationship, is to give so that they feel good being around you. Feeling good emotions, really feeling good emotions, not feeling good. You know how many people turn on locations and do all this weird, creepy shit because they're in such a fearful state because of their previous relationship that's giving them all this baggage? Every day I see it, guys, through text coaching or calls. Every day. There is not a day that goes by where they're like, oh, I still have them on location. I'm like, why did you, just out of curiosity, and this is me gathering data, why do you think locations matter? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's the idea behind that? And most of the time it's because they were insecure. They're like, I want to know where you're at. There's no trust. This associated emotion or this feeling with neutrality is literally called trust. That's what it says. Okay? It's literally what it says with that. And I'll give you this if you do coaching. You guys can find this on the internet completely for free. Literally. Go and look for it. But if you want this particular version that's got all these extra stuff, I'll give it to you for free. It's just easier. But again, you guys can easily go find this. It's all on Google. So if you guys want my help, let me know.